strategy specialist for Game Replays, our competitor site, where we all, you know,
right,
where we all cut our teeth back
exactly.
in the VCOH days.
Exactly. So, I mean, you know, we're really excited to be a part of the Frontline Network's tourney this afternoon. As Ami had said, we're going to be shoutcasting these first couple of games to get all of you fans warmed up.
Thank you, Tommy and Fatal. Yeah, you guys rock.
We met Tommy in Vancouver. Some of you may know that Relic brought a whole bunch of us shoutcasters and pro players out to Vancouver
just
lucky. This last weekend. They did a great job. You know, Bobby Lynx Miller was the one who organized all of this. He's obviously community manager for Relic, as you all know.
For Sega.
For Sega, actually. And
you gotta give a shout out to Jeffrey Noun Simpson as well, who is the Relic community manager. The two of them make the community dynamic duo.
They really do. And we got a chance, Ami and I got a chance to meet Tommy. He's a great guy, and we really want to support his tournament. So, you know, stay tuned. We're going to be shoutcasting his games. And then don't go anywhere, because his tournament, starting at noon Pacific time, is going to have all of the main event stuff. He's doing it tomorrow too, right? Or is it just
yeah,
it's
he's
tomorrow
going
too,
on.
Right?
He's going on in 3 hours. Right after we're finished, we're going to pass all you guys onto the TFN channel, and they'll do. I mean, by that time, you know, it'll be second or third round from today, and you're going to see some insane matchups. I don't know how he's going to choose. You know, there's already great stuff in this round. It was hard for us to even try to pick one. But then by the time it gets to him, and then tomorrow, oh my God, tomorrow are the semifinals and finals. So hopefully he'll try to do all 3 of those series, but that must be like best of 3, best of 3, best of 5. I don't know if they can do all that.
We'll
see, hopefully.
You know what I wanted to say? I don't know if our engineer today, General Hell, is able to show the YouTube video of our Vancouver trip.
Now we didn't even warn him.
I didn't even warn him. We didn't even think of that. We're like trying to put this all together. But, you know, one of the great things that we have to share with you, our fans, is an edited video that my wife actually put together. It's been on the Code2.org YouTube channel for a little while, and it was in at the end of Ami's final blog post as he told the story of our amazing trip to Vancouver, visiting the Relic devs.
So where exactly can the viewers find those things?
Well, I mean, you can find it on our Code2.org YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Code2.org.
Yes,
that would be
it.
Code2. And also at Code2.org, in the news post that Ami had put up, he has 4 actually really great blog posts of the story of our adventure in Vancouver together, where we rode bikes and I got a flat tire.
Me and Yoink in the 700-year-old tree in Stanley Park in Vancouver.
Right.
It was a lot of fun. We rented bikes on Sunday. We had a free day. It was Saturday.
Is our stream going well? We're looking at it over here.
Yeah, what's up, viewers? I can try to check the chat, see how everybody's doing. Yeah. There's the link to the brackets. Very nice. Thanks, Ace of War COH. And yeah, all right. Well, helping hands. No, don't stop streaming. Go for it, man. Do your thing. We've got our eyes on Nice versus Aliage.
Is it Nice versus?
Yeah, I know Hands is streaming versus Complexity, and you know, keep going, man. Rock and roll. Let viewers choose who they want to watch. That's fine. I'm sure a lot of guys will go your way to watch your games. Handsy. That's funny. Handsy versus Plexi right now. So if you're more interested in that, go check out Hansy's stream. He's streaming live tournament games of himself versus Complexity in the round of 32.
We were just drinking with those guys.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Was it already a week? It feels like yesterday,
dude. We were actually 1 week ago today we were recovering from an amazing Friday night with Relic. I wish that General Hell was able to show us that video. If he could put that up, I don't know if he can do it.
We might try to line it up later.
Yeah,
we're crunched for time. We should get into these games.
Let's do it. I mean,
you guys ready for some games? You ready to see the dev Piero just met? Piero and Peter, the 2 balance devs that are just madmen at this game. They came in and the 2 of them played a team game versus Cepha and Tommy. And although Cepha and Tommy had crazy map control at the beginning, were doing really well, Peter and Piero just hung tough, never lost vehicles, you know, popped more smoke than you've ever seen in a Code 2 game, and eventually came back and had a crushing position. I mean, they were going to win.
And you don't have to take our word for it. You can actually watch us shoutcast that game. It's on our channel right now because we did it God, what was it? It was last
Tuesday night with Bobby.
At Bobby's house in Southern California. We shoutcasted that game. You can watch. It was actually a special build of Company of Heroes.
That's right. It was a press build.
It was a press build of Company of Heroes 2, where these two balance devs, Piero and Peter, went up against Tommy and Cepha while we were watching them in Vancouver, and we were able to share that with you, the viewers. So afterwards, if you're still hungry for more Company of Heroes 2 after all of this tournament action going on this weekend, you can watch that game. But why wait? We can do Company of Heroes right now.
Go right now.
Our engineer, General Hell, is
Bring us
ready.
in game.
Bring us in game. We're going to watch our streams on a little bit of a delay, but we're ready. We're at pause at 5 seconds. This is a 1v1 matchup between Piero and Dullahan, who now I'm not familiar with Dullahan, but you're familiar with Dullahan.
I just seen that he's a strat specialist on game replays, and he posts replays over there. So strat specialist, he must know strategy games.
Right.
I'm sure he's probably coming from another game, either a Relic game or another game over on GR. But yeah, we should see a tough fight here.
Yeah, and I see. All right, we're in good shape. One of the things that I want to talk about before we get going.
Check it out; they can still see us.
Oh, that's
we're
so
pro.
Nice. Oh,
GX is so pro.
Man, General Hell.
You got it over the mini map though.
That's okay.
Maybe you want to slide it over some or something.
If he can figure that out. We have our engineer and cameraman General Hell. Actually, he's doing a really good job today.
Thank you, General Hell.
A critical part of the Sunday Night Fights team. But this game that we've got between Piero and Dullahan is on Kalani Firma in the summertime.
Hey, that's great.
I mean, those of us that have been playing the beta for so long know that this was a popular, obviously, beta map in the wintertime, but now we're watching in the summertime, and you know what? It's a slightly different map. There's a couple of different resource posts that have moved. Anyone who's been playing Company of Heroes this week knows
fuels,
it's brand new.
Fuels and ammos are
fuels and ammos.
And the VPs are even in different positions.
The VPs are different positions as well.
Wow.
So, if General Hell is ready, I'd like to get this game started.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
We are paused.
Everybody's following Piero. So
yeah, we're going to follow Piero. Who's playing for the Germans.
The Krauts are blue.
Yeah, right.
So the Russians are red. That's how it ought to be.
Well, yeah, I mean that's right. I mean the Russians should always be red. Anyway.
Red Army.
Exactly. So we're gonna get this game started. I'm gonna count this down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start!
Yay!
In Los Angeles.
Woo!
Where's
the whiskey?
My bathroom. Here we go. That's
all right. Let's do this thing.
Okay. So I want to talk a little bit more about Vancouver. While these two guys begin playing right now, we saw Piero play in Vancouver, and the guy is a great guy. He and Peter are really, for me, two of the most exciting parts of our weekend because
just meeting them.
We were just meeting them.
Great.
I mean, we talked to Greg Wilson and we talked to Ian Duffy.
Oh yeah, those guys are
awesome. Those guys are actually had scars. Win thanks to Ami's wonderful forethought of making that all happen. But you know what? I think perhaps for all of us, we got our Heroes geek on when these two balance devs came in and asked us such legit questions about what we thought should change in the game. Peter actually brought a notepad and a pen. I think we told this story before, and he sat down and put it down. I'm like, what is going on here? And he said, look, I'm going to ask you some very serious questions, and I want serious answers. And he started asking us about scout. He asked about XP tick kickers. He asked us about all kinds of other bulletins and all kinds of other flame trucks.
Yeah.
And when we answered, he immediately started scribbling down answers. It wasn't just like in one ear and out the other. It was a fantastic interaction with someone who could actually make a difference in the game, which just really, for me, showed us that the guys that are balancing it are huge Company of Heroes geeks.
They're players.
They're players.
They're gamers.
They're excited.
They're hardcore gamers, and they've been you can tell. I mean, the left keyboard hotkey smashing from both Peter, Piero, and from these guys was just whoa. They looked like they were playing StarCraft. Their actions per minute were through the roof.
Yeah, and for me, it made me happy. I thought, are the balance dev just another couple of guys that are like, drawing a paycheck from Relic who just do this because they have to go to work and, they're just grinding out their programming skills or whatever to do it? No, these are like actual legit excited players who really want to have a good time playing the game, and they were like so excited to just talk about it with someone else.
Yeah, they were geeking out to hanging out with us.
Right, exactly. It's like if you find a random Company of Heroes player in the wild, like, oh my god, it's like, hey, I can't talk to you about all these great things. That was those guys. So
all right, let's talk about this game. We got two Grents spammed out right off the bat, Hero, and I guess we can hop back and forth without going out of sync. Hopefully, what do we got from Dullahan as the Russian?
Let's see. Dullahan is what is going
Engineer
on?
Engineer. Oh, with an MG.
Yeah,
this is something totally new to me. I have not seen this strat yet. He's building a second MG now. So I guess, you know, you've got these 6-man squads, and in fact, weapon crews are one of the things that Piero and Peter are looking at, because, you know, how do you take out a 6-man MG squad?
Right.
Like, you can flank them another lap, turn around and turn on you, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. So this is really fascinating that we're watching Dullahan try to sort of exploit this weapon crew mechanic of the game and see how adept can deal with it.
Right. You know, I was just going to say, seeing how adept can deal with it. If you're going to set a strategy up against somebody and you want to see how well it fares,
yeah.
I mean, going up against a balanced dev is probably the greatest thing that you can do. All
right, first MG coming out and setting up in the rear. Let's see how he does.
Okay.
Show me the MG. There we go.
Let's see where he's right.
Okay,
here.
so he set up nicely, and those Grens are going to have to retreat. They were trying to pick off that strap point there.
Yeah, well, this is a key strap point that they were trying
key.
to pick up.
Dullahan is right now unconnected to that high fuel in the south and the 2 strap points. So he's got to recap that. He's going to try to recap the machine gun team. And he's also moving another squad. He's got engineers everywhere. He's got combat engineers all over the place, and they've lowered that middle ammo at the top. So he's really trying to harass and have a lot of map presence. We'll see how Piero deals with it. There's only been that one little skirmish so far. They're really dancing around each other, and that I like to see that, because that dance is something that we really miss from vanilla COH, and we hope comes back. So we have upgrade happening. Piero is teching to tier 2. He's upgrading his battle phase now, and we'll be able to build tier 2 when that is finished. MG action center.
This is fantastic. I'm sure the General Hell has picked this up. We've got MG action on MG action, but you know what? It looks like actually Dullahan is going to be able to look at that slow retreat. Push the Maxim MG all the way back to the base. Oh, this big piece of equipment, we're just going to have to get the F out of here.
Wow, how did Piero just utterly dominate that confrontation? I guess he found the green cover, but
he was definitely in cover.
That cover was so interesting. I guess one of the problems with covers is it's hard to get all your guys in the green cover, but if he managed that, that could be one reason he just dominated that MG on MG fight.
Yeah, and then we've got more action in the center as Grenadiers take on these combat engineer squads as they try and white out this victory point
they
here.
Should probably. They've never coming in. The squad will be retreated, and they're down to 1 man. Oh man, 1 man. He's gonna escape though.
Right.
It's really easy to lose squads on retreat in this game.
It is.
If you've noticed,
you know,
especially like flamers. We
Flamers.
learned that you don't get any retreat bonuses against flamers because it's an area of effect weapon, and so like those M3 trucks with flamers loaded, they could chase down your guys and fry them to a crisp before they get anywhere near their HQ.
I mean, this is exactly what Peter and Piero were talking about. They were like, you know, this is one of the things we're looking at, is that area of effect weapons have no negative penalty against retreating squads. You know, it's like small arms fire gets a penalty versus a retreating squad, but if you want to chase somebody down with a truck with a flamer in it, you know, as they're retreating, this is going to be an enormous bonus for you as the aggressive player. Okay, look at this here. We got in the south. If General Hell can go look at the south here, fuel point, we got a maximum G squad that's just totally. Oh my god! Wow, was that a mine? What the heck just blew that up?
Must have been.
A
But
mine.
here, look out! Here comes the half track from Piero. And when we saw Peter and Piero playing that 2v2, they each had a half track. Always. Oh, he runs right into a mine. This is huge for Dullahan.
I don't think he's ready for that at all.
Are there units there that can finish him off? I don't know. That MG would have to sneak around the corner and try to finish him off with the MG fire.
I think they're going to be okay. I mean, looking at
the Pios are there.
Yeah.
Dullahan's not trying to set up on him yet. He surely saw. I mean, this is an incredible opportunity to take that unit out before it becomes a powerful force on the field.
Well,
because the forward reinforce point, and when it upgrades to Flammenwerfer, the thing can be filthy wicked. So if he could get it early, which it doesn't look like he's going to do.
You know what? I don't think Dullahan knows it's there, or
he must have seen the mine go off.
He did, but one of the great things about the Fog of War here, I'm following actually Dullahan as he goes scouting, looking to see if
this vehicle
is still
there.
there.
He
sees it, and you know what? Piero is in big trouble. He's got to be able to get that half track out of there in time. There is where did that maximum G go? I don't know where it went. He kind of disappeared. But there is a small skirmish around.
He's coming up through the middle.
Track.
He's almost going to flank it. He's going to fire from the rear. From the tail. Look at this. He's going to be hit. Maxim MG is setting up on that Flammenwerfer, and this is going to be huge. If he can focus it down and kill that unit, that's going to be a big boon for the Russians. Oh, the Pios are down, and the MG is getting vet, and it looks like he will indeed. Oh, my God. big win for Dullahan.
Fuck all of that fuel and time to take out. Oh boy, this is going to be trouble now.
Game on.
This is good stuff. Dullahan is showing his stuff, representing GameReplays.org clearly at this point in the game. We are looking at some solid action. I was not expecting that. I'm sure Piero is probably not ready for losing a half track that early. It did not.
So check it out. Dullahan is already to tier 4, and he's building an SU-85 right now, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Or are we following?
No, that's
yeah, we're following Dullahan. He's building an SU-85.
Yeah, that's it. He is.
So he's already technically tier 4.
No, it's actually an SU-76.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. Oh, God, I've been away from the game for a week, and like the numbers are slipping my head. Apologies. Hello, save me. I just made a verbal blunder that I will never hear the end of from our fans.
It's all right.
This is Amy. She cut that incredible video and hung out with us. Flew up on her own dime to hang out with us nerds in Vancouver. What's up, Amy? Say hi. Look, they can see us in the little
We got a little bit in there. It's right here. It's right here. Yes.
What's Norse Poopsie? You have to explain that at some point. That's Amy's game name.
Yeah,
Norse Poopsie.
Well, Norse, which is Norwegian.
Well, I understand that part, but Poopsie?
Poopsie was her. Poopsie
like
was her name.
Little cute
Yeah, that's our
name,
cute
your little
pet
lover's
name.
pet
That's
name.
it.
See, that doesn't belong in gaming. Lovers' pets names? We don't want.
Which one of these has the? Oh, I don't know. One of these has like I don't know. Sip this. You like coffee here? Go for it.
Oh, I want.
Oh, is that all right? Okay. All right.
Thank you, Amy.
The other thing is, which one is meatless, honey?
All right, dude, we're missing action. Look at this. Look,
what?
Piero rebuilt his half track.
Okay. Oh,
And the SU-76 is chasing it down. Piero's going to be a lot in trouble if he loses the second one.
I don't see Keeper playing. Oh, PL. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, look at this reverse micro. Now, where's the smoke? Do you have to get vet before you can pop smoke? There it is.
There it is.
When you watch Piero, you expect smoke to save a retreating unit. So there's a beautiful example. And look, for some reason, Dullahan's not chasing. I guess he's maybe thinking that he's being led into it. Yeah, look back there. There could be a pack, there could be anything, but it turns out there's nothing. And he could have easily chased.
Well,
it's like a bluff, you know, and Dullahan bought it. He should have chased that unit.
He probably could have. But you know what? I talked about this when we were at Bobby's house the other night when we were shoutcasting that game, is that when your opponent pops smoke, and because of the true sight mechanic, these units disappear off of your screen. It's very disconcerting as a player.
Yeah, you don't know what.
No longer be able to see.
That could be two strapped up friends. That could be a pack before
Exactly.
He could be leading you through a mine. You have no idea.
Exactly. All right, so now we're seeing Dullahan use this SU-76 to try and take out this MG-42 that's in this building.
That's going to take a while.
It's going to take a long.
I tried to do that in the Russian campaign. You know, the first one they gave you where you're attacking Leningrad. I sat my SU-76s. You have 3 of them. And they must have shot at the MG in the house for 10 minutes without clearing it. And my MG was just like reloading, shooting and reloading, and just LOLing in the house.
And you know what? One of the things that you and I missed while we were in Vancouver is I remember hearing Piero talk to. Okay, oh my God, that's down.
Whoa, that's one way to do it. That is one way to do it.
Took out houses.
Very nice.
Wow. Damage, still going to be able to do some serious action.
This is a pretty great game so far. I'm thoroughly entertained.
Well, you know what?
Good stuff.
Dullahan is showing his own against pretty much one of the best guys in Relic.
He's doing fantastic. You know, he killed the first Flammenwerfer and he chased off the second one. And yeah, it has had a huge influence. You know, the Flammenwerfer first it has to upgrade. Yeah, he's never even gotten that far.
Right.
It's a very expensive upgrade, 140 munitions, I think, or around there. Maybe even 160, I'm not quite sure. But once you upgrade it, then you're a real force because not only can you fry all the infantry, but you can keep your Grens with it and reinforce them on the fly, and they're your anti-tank. So it's like a double whammy when you keep those 2 units together.
Right. I mean, it's no secret that everybody on the forums there's a lot of questions about.
Look at this MG.
Strategy. Oh
Look
my
at this
God.
MG. 2 guys.
Oh man,
Just walked right up, face point blank, tore up 2 guys.
I'm really liking Dullahan's use of the Maxim at this point.
It's a
because
fun
you know
strat.
what?
It's fun to watch the strat play.
Really, I mean, there's no conscripts. Here's the thing. I mean, like,
This is weird, right? We never see that.
Conscript build
That
that
is.
he is just showing, you know, and honestly, good micro with an MG42 or a Maxim really shows your skill level as a player because look, you have to move this thing around. It's directional. It's not like, you know, if your conscripts get stuck somewhere, they can just fire in any direction. Instead, what we're seeing here is someone who has a lot of presence and awareness on what to do here with his max machine guns. Now, looking here, action right in the center. We've got a Zis 76 trying to take out a captured gun.
Trying to get him with his own gun. He did it.
Now Piero is
Got that
able
Su-76.
to have some vengeance on this Soviet vehicle that took out his MG42 in that center house.
With the captured gun. One thing you don't do is leave AT guns
Don't
lying
leave
around the
AT
center of the
guns
map,
around.
right?
No,
That wound up being a very costly mistake. So is Piero back in this now? It still seems pretty tight. The VPs are 320 to Dullahan, and thanks for just switching on me while I'm trying to say it.
I'm sorry.
And I guess Piero's been doing great on VPs. He's got a Stug out now, and he's got 490. So I guess he's in a pretty good position. Although he lost that first HT, he's still. Oh, now he's got the second one repaired and upgraded as a Flammenwerfer. And look at the damage.
I think you just
Look how quickly he clears that 6-man MG crew. That Maxim are toast. So he should put some repairs on that before he tries to use it any further. But hey, man, these guys are so good. I would be very hesitant to make any kind of like tactical or strategic judgment calls on them at this point, right? I'm aware that they know the game a lot better than I do.
Absolutely. Well, actually, what we're seeing here is, everybody in the world basically that's playing in this tournament has been playing Company of Heroes for the better part of maybe 3 or 4 months, right? But we're watching a player here, Piero, who's been playing Company of Heroes 2 for probably about a year. I mean, he's been building this game for a year.
And he knows he writes the numbers. He knows them all. Wow, that Flammenwerfer just barely survived that mine. Let's see if he can save it. It's got a cooked engine, but the Stug is there to protect it. Stug rhymes with book. Stug. We learned from Florian, our native German speaker, how to pronounce Oster.
I still can't do it. I still have trouble with Wehrmacht.
No, you did Wehrmacht very good.
Wehrmacht?
No,
is what I used
I
used to say Wehrmacht.
No, but now you say it correctly. And the next one that you have to graduate to Oster.
I'm not there yet.
Oster.
I'm just
It's the long double E.
Oster.
It's not Ost. It's Ost. Oster. Very difficult. It'll be a challenge. Just wait till Bridger and Pounder and all these guys have a go at it, right? We'll get on them. We have an advantage. I live in Germany. I like that. Pronounce the tank. I learned how to pronounce the Tier 4 German tank.
The Brumbar? No.
Brumbear.
Brumbear. The Brumbear.
Yes, Brumbear.
And
all
speaking of tanks,
now
we got an SU-85. It's going out here. Of course, this thing
does he have the sights going? He does. You can see the little dudes popped up, so he's got further forward vision. You can see his binoculars are checking out. He's going head to head with that captured AT gun. That wound up being really huge for Piero capturing that AT gun.
Yeah, and he obviously is. All right, that's what we're going to do. I was just trying to check and see what's going on. I mean, I think that the true sight mechanic in this game is going to add a whole new level to shoutcasting. And I'm trying to, toggle it back and forth. But, that's
okay, Molotov the end. An MG in the center.
Burning.
He is burning. He's got 2 guys.
It's funny.
The house is on fire.
We're 16 minutes in the game, and finally now conscripts from Dullahan.
Oh, whoa! That went from 2 guys to no guys. Second.
Those guys burned to death for sure. Okay,
the fiery grave.
That's it. All right. So looking at here, back to the center, if General Hell can show us.
Ooh, nice Stug versus SU-85.
And you know what? This
and
Stug,
there's the Piero's Great Dark Smoke.
That is, these guys, they are working. They know the metagame more than anybody else. And we've seen Piero and Peter use smoke to amazing effects.
Flammenwerfer's back up to full health. He'll be able to reinforce. Let's see. He's controlling the middle and southern VP. He doesn't have that bottom strap point. He's harassing. Lots of grenadiers. Can we switch? So it's interesting that Dullahan added conscripts to his build very late in the game, and he's actually making another MG.
At this point in the game, I mean, he knows that Piero is in like in at least tier 3, and seems though to be very interested in keeping his Maxim MGs on the field to stop ostensibly German infantry from moving into his territory. His micro is great. I'm seeing here in the center here, he's going to try and chase down some fleeing grenadiers. They're going to get away.
They both have double vet. They're going to make it home to heal up and reinforce. Now let's switch over to Piero real quick and see what might have cooking. Let's see where his build is going. So he's got one squad of Panzer Grenadiers, 3 squads of Grenadiers, 1 pile left, captured MG, the Stug, and the Flammenwerfer, and he's actually building his own MG. These guys love to have anti-infantry coverage. I mean, it's true, in this game, I think it's harder to flank an MG and get rid of it. It takes longer.
It does.
With the strength of houses and with the bigger crews, it's much harder to chase off an MG than it was in the original game.
It is also, both from a German perspective. I mean, trying to keep your MG safe is a little easier because I think the conscripts actually do a pretty terrible job of taking down support weapon squads earlier in the game. It takes them a long time.
They're weak.
But the other thing that I want to say is looking at Piero's control here of the map, he has both fuels and he's in great control. Although there is there's a Soviet airship that's flying around somewhere.
He's got a scout plane up. Maybe it's an IL-2. I think it's just a scouting doctrinal ability from Dullahan.
Right. Let's switch over and see what we'll use.
All right, well, the Germans are closing the circle on this Su-85. Dullahan definitely doesn't want to lose it. Now it's taking heavy shots in the center. This Su-85 is got a lot of engineers there to try to repair him. But oh my goodness, we got triple vector. They laid in a Faust, and this Su-85 now to open it. Down he goes.
Oh my gosh, this is a critical moment in this game.
And what was he even doing? Why did he come out from behind the house?
I'm not even sure.
Was he trying to crush grenadiers? I mean, he knew that was a no-go zone, that all of the tank was firing through that lane in the middle, and he just did not belong there.
Yeah, I mean, now we've got basically a wholesale retreat of Soviet forces off the field, and you know what it was?
Oh! It went down. The Mega Pack. Piero in particular loves to build this unit.
Yeah,
look at that thing. Let's get a zoom in General Hell on this beast of a gun. You know, people are complaining in the forums that this gun's no good, but you just saw Piero put it to use in a 1v1.
I mean, this may have just changed the flow of the game here in
I think he's kind of got it
this
now.
game. Yeah,
I mean, Dullahan's down to 177 VPs. He just got this Su-76 up. I guess he could sort of lob artillery. Oh no, he doesn't want. One shot. No.
Dude, he knew the pack was there. He knew the back 40,
but he didn't know that he had the LOS. It looks like the trees kind of blocked the LOS there, but no blocking involved at all. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Piero to have targeted ground to knock down those trees and change the map.
It's possible.
Because you can do that, and he probably did do that. Because, Dullahan definitely didn't expect him to have Viz where he was sitting. I mean, that Su-76 might have been a good counter, because you could lob in the artillery shot
over the
hedgerow.
Exactly.
But that wasn't to be. Boy, that thing went down quick, though.
Wow,
right?
I mean, yeah, that was like prom night. That thing went down faster than my day on prom night. It was really, I mean, that was terrible, you know. I'm just saying. I'm sorry I said that. That's terrible, right? I
Usually,
know,
when you make a joke like that, you kind of, make fun of yourself. It's
right.
funny, but you're like trying to be all like a stud.
I know. That was, well, you didn't see my prom day. She was awful.
It wasn't Amy?
No.
All right, we should just keep your mouth shut.
That's fine.
You know, we've got this trending box now where they can highlight videos and like take people right to the moment. So you better just be careful, right? People are gonna be all over that. Yes, thank you, Tycho. I'm Complete Sci-Funk. This is Yoink. Never seen us before. We are the duo that brought you Sunday Night Fight Season 4, and we will be the duo that will eventually bring you Sunday Night Fight Season 5. Yes, we got our posters in the background. Maybe you can see them when we go back to full screen. But here, Piero has got monster anti-infantry Austrian Flakpanzer out, and it's going to be very difficult for Dullahan to do any harassing on the wings when that beast is roving the battlefield.
Right now, you know what? We do have a 76 millimeter anti-tank gun.
Oh my God, is he going to go for it? Is Piero going to go for it?
I don't think
no, that hacker down. He pops smoke immediately.
Of course,
so
he
sharp.
saw that.
So
like,
smart.
I'm getting
He would have died. If the anti-tank gun had fired at the Flammenwerfer, he would have been gone.
You know, I think most players would have probably sacrificed that half track and then used the Austrian to go in and take out the rest of that AT gun. Piero, he's a very cautious player.
Unit preservation. He's got a huge army. This is actually still a great fight. They both have very large armies. These guys are being really good with unit preservation. You can tell top skill when they've got big armies by this point in the game.
Look, let's be honest here. The advantage
Molotov on the big pack. It's not great. It is working. Look, the guys are burning. Look, that does it work? There you go. It sure does.
Not good for game companies.
Hey, we're learning things. This is the first tournament. The top players, this is their first real opportunity to go head-to-head. I mean, the world about company heroes too right now, not just us.
Here's what troubles me though about Dullahan right
In the base,
now.
in the base, in the base.
He's basically got. Oh, Oswin.
Oh, he's coming in. Oh my God! It kills the unit, but Piero is able to deliver the kill shot on the Ostwind. Will Piero be able to save this